Hola Vinaka, you're watching Talk Business, and to all our viewers who are joining us from around the region, welcome to the show. This week on Talk Business, we're taking you to the land of the unexpected. That's right, we're in Papua New Guinea, and we're featuring several ventures that have made their mark across various industries in Papua New Guinea. First up, PNG Balsa, the world's second largest balsa processing factory based in the tourism hub of PNG in Kokopo in Rabaul. Join us as we show you what it takes to process this specialized softwood and how this business is helping several thousands here in this growing community. Papua New Guinea is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world. It's home to over 850 indigenous languages and at least as many traditional societies out of a population of just over 7 million people. Geologists say PNG is one of the world's least explored, culturally and geographically. It's also considered one of the most rural nations. PNG is arguably the Pacific's powerhouse, and its economy is projected to grow at 6% this year. While the mineral boom makes up for most of its exports, other commodities like coffee, copra, palm oil, and timber are also gaining momentum. And this is where the balsa industry comes in. Balsa is a relatively fast-growing plant found primarily in Central and South America. In fact, Ecuador supplies 95% or more of commercial balsa. But in the early 1980s, balsa was introduced in Papua New Guinea in the East New Britain province as an alternative to cash crops such as cocoa and copra because of its shorter rotation. Today, this province in PNG is home to the country's largest balsa plantations. And harnessing that potential is the PNG Balsa Company. Based in Kokopo, the company is involved in the growing, harvesting, manufacturing, and exporting of balsa wood products to markets in Asia, Europe, USA, China, India, and Australia. Established in 1997, the company is one of the few fully integrated balsa growers and manufacturers in the world. What's interesting about the PNG Balsa Company is that it works very closely with land-owning units. While the company has leased land to plant balsa, around 75% of all its business needs are sourced through joint venture agreements with landowners. Since 2009, PNG Balsa started planting 700 hectares of balsa per annum on shared farmland belonging to PNG landowners. This results in a partnership with over 45 major landowners.
We have 75% of our business which done through landowners. Means we don't own the land. We make an agreement with them, what we call a JV, a joint venture agreement, and this agreement stipulates that we put the seedlings, we manage the plantation, we make sure that after 5-6 years, when the wood is ready and when we need the wood, we cut it, we harvest it, and we process it. And at this time, at the end of this period, when it's harvested, we pay a dividend to the landowners.
Pierre is the visionary man who heads the company. He has extensive knowledge in the balsa industry, having worked for the world's largest balsa processor in Ecuador for almost 9 years. Yet he still reckons PNG grows the best quality balsa for various reasons.
We have a stable climate with a stable temperature all the year through, from 25 to 35 degrees. It's very humid, it's very rich, the soil is very rich, and we get a lot of sun, a lot of light, which helps the growth of the balsa. So it's a perfect condition for the balsa, and I'm not afraid to say that we have, because of this climate and this special location we are in the world, we are recognized as the best balsa quality worldwide.
Now, balsa trees grow best in warm climate with plenty of rainfall and good drainage. For that reason, the best stands of balsa usually appear on the high ground between tropical rivers. And no one knows this better than Rex Gratridge, who manages the harvesting process of the plantations.
Our system of harvesting is very low impact on the ecology or the environment. We only have a limited amount of heavy equipment, but the harvesting is done all by labour. The trees are cut down, they're skinned and loaded onto bins, all by labour. And we only have trucks and a few tractors as heavy equipment. So, you know, environmentally it's very, very friendly.
Rex also works closely with villagers, providing technical advice on how to tend to balsa plantations. He must ensure there are enough logs to supply to the factory on a daily basis for efficient production process.
The volume of wood required by the factory is 400 to 500 cubic metres per day, which equates to about 18-20 truckloads and around about I'd say 8,000, 10,000 cubic metres per month.
And that's how many trees roughly?
We're 1 hectare yields about 300 cubic metres per hectare. So 300 is about 600, 700 trees per day.
Now, the landowners have a lucrative agreement with the balsa company. While they own the land, they don't literally get involved in the task of planting the trees. All work carried out in the balsa plantations are done so by the company's workers. The landowners merely benefit from the royalties earned from the land.
The benefit to our local people, to the shareholders, they have been benefited through spin-off jobs. And also with the money they paid us as royalties, we paid our shareholders dividend, and also it also creates job opportunities for our people.
The landowners agree this joint venture works in their favor. Not only does it create sustainable jobs, but provides them a secure source of income too.
Normally here we don't have any money to start off business. We saw PNG Balsa as a getaway to grow in partnership. Okay, as they grow, we harvest, we also grow. And this has been the situation with us today. Mostly our local companies don't have the financial capacity to develop large areas. So joint venture is a good thing. Good thing.
The idea from the owner of the company since the very beginning has been to have joint venture agreement with local people in order again to support the community. We could have bought 4,000 or 5,000 hectares of jungle, of old plantation, and make our plantation there. We didn't want to do that. We decided to go with joint venture with local people. So we have a huge interaction from them. Every week we have interaction with those people. We are always in contact with them. They follow up what we do, And based on that, we have built a trust and a very good relationship with them, allowing us to be seen as a good company in Papua New Guinea.
Raw balsa wood has a high moisture content, so it must be dried in a kiln for at least 2 weeks before it can be used commercially. The drying process creates an ultra-light wood that is usually cut into sheets or round dowels. Now, PNG Balsa operates a state-of-the-art green mill, an ultra-modern kiln, and has a thorough finishing process. Talk Business will take you through the production chain.
Here we start the dressing of the wood. So here we cut off the top and the bottom of the cans, as we call them. And then after that we send them to the straight line saws to do further dressing. Well, here the dressing of the wood is more or less complete. So here we dug the wood, cut it into smaller pieces in order to try and get all the pith and nuts that might be in the wood removed.
Once the wood has been cut into certain sizes, you're ready for the next process.
Here we take the individual boards and then we glue them into what we call slabs. And then they have to harden for 30 minutes, and then afterwards we take them out. We take the different slabs and blend them according to their weight, and then we actually weigh the entire block to see if they're within their customer's requirements. And then afterwards we apply glue, and then we take the slabs and glue them into one big block. In this area we take the blocks and then we cut them up into panels, and then afterwards we have a lot of our production guys who then mark up any defects. So again, it could be pith and nuts, it could be holes in the panels. Then after this has been marked, these guys here, they drill the defects and then we replace that with plugs that we've made in the rounds. Well, basically here the panels go into the dehumidifier, and then the QC checks that humidity is within a certain specs. And then when they are that, then we send them through our sanders. And then again, our QCs have a look at the panel to see if the sanding process revealed any hidden defects within the wood. And of course that the sanding is within specs.
balsa cultivation is an attractive and competitive land use option for both large and small-scale landowners. That's because balsa trees grow quite rapidly and are ready for harvest within 5 to 7 years. So to ensure a sustainable rotation of balsa plantations, a nursery is very important. Malagat Boas runs PNG Balsa's in-house nursery. It's here where the delicate process of seed germination to seedlings are produced.
We have to produce seeds which are viable and which can be which can guarantee the company more volume in 5 to 6 years time. So in that we have to first and foremost we have to collect seeds which are of higher volume, which can give us more volume, and of course more volume means more income.
To produce high quality seedlings, it's crucial to perfect the germination process, especially when there's only a 65% survival rate of plants in the nursery.
We keep them in the nursery from sowing. We have a germination shed which we germinate those seeds, and we keep them for 3 weeks in the germination shed, and then after that we transplant them into these pots which are here, and we keep them for another 3 weeks, and then we give them an extra 2 weeks to harden off here under the shed. Then at 8 weeks old we ship them out to the plantations to be planted.
The nursery goes hand in hand with the company's replanting program. We are now on our way to one of PNG Balsa's largest plantations. It's a 40-minute drive out of Kokopo into the interior of the island where the wild balsa trees grow. For villagers that provide their land for balsa plantations, it's a sustainable alternative to cash crops. Once the harvest station is complete and landowners choose to engage in another cycle, then the replanting phase begins. The replanting component of the business lies at the very heart of PNG Balsa's quest towards Forest Steward Council certification or FSC certification. What FSC certification does is improve forest management worldwide by creating an incentive for forest owners and managers to follow best social and environmental practices. So in essence, businesses agree to comply to sustainable and ethical practices of logging and managing forests, and in return, they receive certification from the international authority, allowing them to seek premium prices for their forestry products. For PNG Balsa, FSC certification can open up a host of new opportunities.
It gives to the customer the guarantee again that when we produce wood, we don't have children working for us, we don't do things to destroy the environment, and we do things in the way so we protect the population around us. You know, in these countries there are a lot of people are not living in cities, they live in the jungle. And there are a lot of areas where they grow their own garden, where they have their own religions tools, where they meet with each other. And we have to protect those things. We cannot just come and plant balsa and destroy everything. We want to keep the specificity of this country and to respect what is important for the community.
And helping PNG Balsa achieve FSC certification is the European Union funded Increasing Agricultural Commodity Trade Project, or the IACT initiative, which strengthens the export capacity of Pacific countries across various industries from agriculture, forestry, aquaculture, and livestock. The idea behind the European Union IAC project is to get businesses to realize their potential and help them grow through financial or technical assistance. For the European Union, it's all about empowering the private sector, especially small businesses, to become export ready.
I think it's one of the most important programs that we have, that the European Union has for the Pacific, and it's really focusing on the private sector. It's focusing on helping people to really begin to export their products. We're working in a range of different product areas, and we're really making companies, small companies, realize what they have to do in order to compete, not only within the countries that they work, but also internationally.
The success of those ventures like PNG Balsa and others that the IX supports is an indication of just how much export potential there is out here in the Pacific.
Well, we felt that in the Pacific there are a wide range of agricultural and fisheries products which do have a market. They are natural products, and very often they can be exported successfully if they're correctly marketed, if they're correctly processed.
For PNG Balsa, the European Union IEC project has been assisting the company achieve FSC certification by helping them conduct an environmental impact assessment, social impact assessment, seed improvement program, project management training, and outgrower extension services.
They have sent a couple of experts to come here and to assess again our ability to become FSC certified, because it requires processes in place and a way of working which is quite rigorous and quite in a frame which we need to follow. And this has been for us a huge help to have those people coming and helping us to put in place the FSC certification. So by being FSC certified, the European community help us. But by having the certification, we can help the European community to grow further, to go and to continue to work with Balsa, because they have the guarantee that our wood production is done in a way which is economically viable and which is sustainable for the country here.
FSC certification will certainly set PNG Balsa apart from its competition.
It's the way we can differentiate ourselves from the competition, which are not there, because we are fully integrated. We have our own plantation, we manage the tree ourselves, our chain of custody is entirely controlled, and by doing that we have access to customers who want to have an FSC certification. So by being FSC certified, we will be able to deliver the customer in Europe, and we'll be able to keep our marketplace. We are number 2 in the world, and we want to remain number 2 in the world, in terms of volume, but also in terms of quality. We want to be at the level of quality where our customers expect us to be. And FSC certification will clearly be a big help for us. Without that, we might not be there in a couple of years.
For a company which has over 2,200 dedicated employees and with over 7,000 people that indirectly rely on it for their livelihoods, PNG Balsa plays an important role for those within the Kokopo community. Apart from just being a mere employer, PNG Balsa realizes its responsibility to the many that depend on it and believes that its vision of promoting environmentally appropriate, socially beneficial, and economically viable balsa plantations will allow sustainable growth for many generations to come.
And that's the show for this week. We'd love to hear from you, so do send us an email, talkbusiness@fijitv.com.fj. Remember, you can catch me on the net, on our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook page. And if you have a Twitter account, follow me at Rachna Fiji TV. Until next time, have a productive week.